This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so good morning all and welcome back to the session. This is Big Data Masters program. Friends, in previous session, what we have seen, we have gone through with Hadoop basics. Uh, with respect to the Hadoop basics, we have seen like how to, like what are the different modes in which we can utilize.
Ashok,
Hmm,
yeah, good morning. Sorry to interrupt. Actually, one of the new guy has been joined. His name is Mukesh.
Okay, okay. Hi
Yeah, so
Mukesh.
he has joined
Hello,
today.
Ashok. Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
That's great. Huh? So welcome Mukesh onto this particular program and uh, probably like after this particular session you will be having the idea what we are learning over here and how and the quality each and everything about this particular session. Okay, let me stop recording and then reinitiate because
This
okay let me
conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so welcome back, guys. This is Big Data Masters program, and in the previous session, what we have seen different modes of Hadoop. With respect to the Hadoop, like how we can utilize Hadoop. Hadoop that is nothing but big data processing framework, big data processing and storage framework. So we have seen we can utilize it in standalone mode, we can utilize it in pseudo distributed mode, and we can utilize it in fully distributed mode. Standalone mode that is not the preferred way because we are not having the benefit of distributed processing over there. It is working in a monolithic fashion and it is not recommended as well. Then we have seen pseudo distributed mode over there, like what we are having, we will be having uh, a learning environment and distributed processing we will have over there, and we are going to process huge amount of data, and with respect to our learning journey we will be going through with this particular environment. So Cloudera quick start VM that we are having over here, that you are able to see, all of you are having this particular environment, and we will be utilizing this in order to learn big data and Hadoop. So that is pseudo distributed mode. Then third one is fully distributed mode. A fully distributed mode that is utilized inside the production environment. What I can say, like we are having is a Flipkart where the Hadoop has been deployed, and over there they are having almost 900 nodes. With the help of those nodes, they are fulfilling their day-to-day operations. They are getting the orders, they are processing the orders, and they are generating invoices and all. And that particular stuff is done with the help of fully distributed model. So that is fully distributed model. Apart from this, we have gone through with several configurations files, and these particular files, although like from the developer side there is no need to bother, but at least we should have the understanding about the configuration files. So we have gone through with multiple configuration files like core-site.xml, hdfs-site.xml, mapred-site.xml, and yarn-site.xml. So these particular files which you are able to see over here, 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So these particular files are with respect to the Hadoop. Hadoop means these are the core files. Apart from this, once you are interacting with any tool with Hadoop, then we are having different files. Say if you are having Hive and it need to interact with HDFS or Hadoop, then we are having Hive site.xml. And if we are having HBase, that is NoSQL database. If this database need to interact with Hadoop or HDFS, then we are having HBase-site.xml. So multiple files are there which are required in order to interact with Hadoop ecosystem and perform.
You're not audible.
Hello. Hello. Hello,
Yes,
Gaurav.
yes, yes, Vikas.
different types of
Okay.
Eh,
Actually, I did not get any voice, so
guys.
Uh, in between, your voice is lost actually.
Are you able to hear me? All of you?
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
now,
Yes,
yes,
yes.
yes,
Now
now
audible.
it's
yes,
audible.
yes, now audible. Yeah.
Okay. So we are having different Linux command, and in previous session we have gone through with ls and pwd. These two commands we have covered. So I am going to start from that only, like say recap to the previous session. Let me mention session. So what we have seen first, like deployment mode, and we have seen three modes over there. That is uh, pseudo distributed mode, fully distributed mode, and standalone mode. Then we have gone through with config files, and third with a difference between NoSQL and SQL. SQL. Okay, and fourth one, like we have started the Linux command. Linux command. So I'm going to start the day with Linux command only. Okay, Linux command. So ls, that is for listing files and directories. Okay, and then pwd for present working directory. And these particular commands are coming inside file management commands. File management commands, because with the help of these particular command ls, pwd, and the remaining command what I'm going to cover, these are utilized in order to manage files. So file management commands, ls and pwd we have covered. Then moving further, what we are having a command mkdir, that is creating a directory. Directory. Okay, creating a directory. So we are having cloud era quick start VM over here. We have over there, like we are having terminal. You just need to click onto the terminal, then the Linux prompt will open, and over there you will be able to write down or type these particular command. So mkdir, dir, and you just need to provide a directory name. So over here, say uh, batch 32. So I have given a name batch 32, and if I'm just writing this particular command over here, it will be created inside the present working directory. Let me show you. So pwd, this is the present working directory, home Cloudera. This is the present working directory. And if I'm going to create a directory, make a directory over here, so it will be created in this particular path. So let me display these particular let me display the files from this particular present working path. And over here, batch 32, just have a look. Batch 32, it has been created. And batch 32, what is the relative path and absolute path for this particular batch 32? In the previous session we have discussed about relative path and uh, absolute path. So mkdir, creating a directory, and syntax for this particular command, what it will be, mkdir, and then you just need to give the dir name. Dir name. Okay, so over here, you just need to focus, you just need to pay attention. What I have mentioned, mkdir and batch 32. Okay, batch 32, this is the directory name. Now I'm talking about the relative path and absolute path. So if I'm inside this particular directory, if a particular file is there in this particular directory, say I'm going to change cd, and cd is for changing the directory, change directory, yeah, cd batch 32. So if I'm going to mention this particular command, I will be inside batch 32. And if a particular file is there, say file1 txt is there, let me show you. So cd and batch 32. Okay, I'm inside batch 32. I'm inside batch 32 directory, and ls nothing is there. Let me clear the screen. Okay, so ls nothing is there. Now I'm going to create a file. Say cat file1.
Mm, Ashok, for clearing the
Clear,
files.
clear,
What-
clear, clear.
Okay, clear, clear.
Clearing the screen. Clear. Let me
Okay.
mention. Clear. Clearing the screen. Okay, and we are having certain commands. Say control shift plus plus, just a minute, control shift plus plus, okay. Over here, control plus shift and plus plus, so it will increase the size of screen, size of font, okay. Over here, if you are able to see the font size, font size is little bit big. If I want to decrease it, then control shift minus, control minus,
Con Control minus or control plus shift minus?
no, control minus only,
Okay, control
control
minus.
minus, okay. Plus minus, that will uh, create confusion, so control minus, or control plus minus, yeah, okay.
Minus.
Okay, it will be fine,
Yes, yes.
okay. So it will decrease the size of font, size of font, okay. So these are certain commands which are required in order to have the better visibility, so we are going through with file management commands, and currently we are going through with mkdir, that is creating a directory or making a directory. So syntax is very simple, like mkdir and directory name, and like I have mentioned, the directory batch 32, and cd is for changing the directory, cd change directory, so what I have mentioned, I was talking about absolute path and relative path, so over here I'm going to create a file1, file1.txt, okay. Cat hello, how are you, welcome to big data world, okay. So inside batch 32, if I'm going to list ls, so it is going to display the file. If I'm over here, if I'm mentioning say cat file, file.txt, it is going to display the content of this particular file, what I have done, I have created a file, file1.txt, cat then greater than symbol and file1.txt, it is going to create a file, and it will wait to enter the content of that particular file, so cat command is used to create a blank file, and I have entered this particular content in this particular file, and now if I'm going to display the content, so cat command is utilized over here in order to display the content of this particular file, cat then file name. Over here, I'm mentioning the relative path. Try to focus. I'm mentioning the relative path. I'm inside this batch 32 and I'm mentioning cat file.txt because I'm inside this particular directory. Now, this is the relative path. If you are inside the target directory, then you will be able to get the content of the file. I'm inside batch
Okay,
32 and batch
Ashok,
32.
for creating
Yes,
file,
yes.
we have to include this greater than symbol as well.
Yes, yes. Creating, I will cover cat command in detail. So
Okay,
creating file, and if you want to insert some content, then greater than symbol. If you want to display the content of a file, then without greater than symbol. And if you want to append some content, then you need to have two greater than symbol. I will cover
okay,
that as
okay,
well.
okay, okay.
Okay, so we're talking about absolute path and relative path. If you are in a particular directory, batch 32 is the directory. Say this is the complete path for file1.txt. File1.txt. This is the file, and this particular file is having complete path home Cloudera and batch 32. This is the complete path. This is known as absolute path. And this path you can fire from anywhere. If you are in different directory, if you are on desktop, wherever you are, if you are going to fire this absolute path, if you are going to mention the absolute path, you will be able to get the content. But if you are away from this particular batch 32, you will not be able to get the content. Just have a look. That is the beauty of absolute path, and it is recommended to developers to utilize absolute path instead of relative path. So we are able to get the content of file1.txt. File1 cat file1.txt. We are able to, sorry, get the content. Just have a look. Hello, how are you? Welcome to Big Data World. So if I'm outside this particular directory, I have changed the directory, and now I'm uh, in this particular directory. Say pwd is home Cloudera. Let me try to move inside another directory. Say I am having desktop. I'm inside desktop. Now the pw is home Cloudera desktop. Now if I'm going to mention say cat file 1.txt, it is displaying nothing. It is not having a like no such file or directory. It is it is not able to display anything. But if I'm going to type absolute path over here, and just have a look, cat file1.txt, I have copied this particular path and say cat, and this is the absolute path. I will be able to get the content. I'm inside desktop, right? I'm inside desktop, but I have mentioned the absolute path. I have mentioned the complete path, so I'm able to get the content. So this is the beauty of absolute path, and for the proper functionality, we just need to have a practice, or we need to try to utilize this particular path. So cat and the complete path of a particular file. So this is nothing but uh, making a directory, just like mkdir and directory name, and then you can create certain files as well. Now for creating a file, what we have seen, creating a file, what we have seen, cat command, a cat and file name, file1.txt. So that is going to display the content, display the content of a file, cat. And then what we are having, cat and greater than symbol, that is insert the content in a file. Now just have a look over here. Oh, I'm having this particular file. Say I'm inside CD and I'm going to change to say home Cloudera and batch 32. I'm moving in this particular directory. I'm inside batch 32. I have changed the directory to batch 32. Over here, I'm having this particular file1.txt. This is the content of this particular file directory. In this particular directory, we are having file1.txt. Now, what I want to do, I just want cat and file1.txt. Txt, and I'm pressing the enter. So it is waiting for some content, and I'm going to insert. It is the second execution of file1.txt. Pressing the enter, Control C, it will come out. And now I just want to display the content of file1.txt. Cat file1.txt. What has happened at this moment? It has replaced the content. Okay, it has replaced the content. Previously this particular file was having hello, how are you, welcome to big data world. This was the content of file1.txt. But now what we have done, cat and greater than symbol file1.txt, what it has done, it has entered a new content. It has replaced, or it has deleted the previous content and it replace it with the new content. So over here, what is happening, like it is deleting whatever is available and uh, appending or inserting the new content whatever we are inserting at this moment. So cat command insert the content to delete the existing content, if any content
So, hello.
of file. Yes, please.
Yeah, Ashok, the one thing is here, like you mentioned the extension .txt, if we are going to use JPG and PDF, then in that case, we can give the extension for the same, or I understand it's for demo. Like, suppose if we are saying the PDF file or Word file,
Mm-hmm.
then which extension need to change or what?
Yeah, we need
Like
to
you are giving
mention
that.
the extension. We need to mention the extension.
Okay, okay.
Okay, we need to mention the extension. Okay,
Okay.
just have a look. Huh. Okay, just have a look. Cat no such file or directory. Clear?
Yeah, yeah, clear.
Okay, you need to mention that extension. Clear. Okay, so what I have mentioned, cat greater than symbol file1.txt, it is going to insert the new content and delete the previous content or existing content of that particular file. But like if I don't want to delete the previous content uh, from the file, what I need to do? Then we are having a trick. We just need to mention it in this particular way. What it will do, it will append the content whatever we are going to insert. Just have a look.
Ashok, one more
Mm-hmm.
query.
Mm-hmm.
If we want to create PDF file instead of TXT, then also we
Mm-hmm.
can create with the use of this cat file, cat
Yeah,
command. Okay, okay.
you can. Okay. So, what I mentioned. Uh, hmm. Okay, cat. Huh. Cat greater than symbol and file1.txt. Okay. and it will wait for the content. Let me, this is the third execution of file 1.txt. Okay, clear, enter or control C, and just have a look the content of this particular file, cat and file1.txt. Okay, just have a look. That is the second execution, and this is the third execution. So what we are able to see, cat and double greater than symbol, it is going to append the content in a particular file. Okay, so it is used for append, and it is like deleting and then inserting, and this is in order to display the content. So these are certain flavors of cat command, and like you will be able to create the file, insert the content, display the content, or append the content with the help of this particular command. So this is cat command. So mkdir we have gone through. This is utilized in order to make a directory. Now if you want to remove file or directory, remove file or directory, so what we are having, we are having rm command. Rm, so rm to remove files, rm command to remove file. Okay, so rm and then the file name. This is the syntax for this particular command. We are going through with file management commands, ls, cd, mkdir, and cat. These, and then rm, that is removing files and directory, removing rm, and then file name. So it is going to remove the file. Just have a look. Rmdir.
It can
So
be
over
used to remove directory as well.
yes.
Okay.
So rm and then the file 1.txt. Okay, so rm remove regular file, so press yes. Okay, that's it. Now if we display, if you want to display ls, so it is displaying nothing. Rm, then the file name, so you will be able to remove the file. Now say cat file name, I'm going to create a file rm command learning, so control C, and I'm having the file of file1.txt. So I have created a file. So previously what I have mentioned, rm command in order to delete a particular file. Now I'm having say rm, and then say I just want to remove say batch 32. I just need to come out from this particular directory. uh, okay, so what we are having rm, and then I just want to remove say batch 32. Okay, and I'm just pressing this enter. Cannot remove batch 32 is a directory. So rm command over here, like it is saying, say it is not able to remove batch 32, which is a directory. Now what I am going to do, I'm going to say mention rm hyphen r. Okay, rm hyphen r, and then enter. Okay, so remove write protected directory. Okay, so do you want to remove this particular directory? Press yes. It will ask for uh like over here it is saying say permission denied. So ch, just a minute, ch mode. Operation. Just a minute.
Ashok, can we log in through a root user? Sudo su, then try.
Yes, yes, just a minute. I'm just trying to change the permissions. Okay.
Ashok, if in any directory files are presenting, then I think we have to
It will
use
delete each
RM
and
tree.
everything, huh?
RM tree we can use, no?
No. RM hyphen R, that is going to delete the files recursively, files and directories recursively. Yeah.
Okay, I think same like RM tree also we can use.
Yes. I'm inside batch 32.
Can you use rm-rs and
Mm-hmm. Just a minute.
-rf?
Okay. Batch 32 is there. No such file or directory. Bash 32 is there. Cannot remove. No such file or directory. Okay, 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 okay. Mm-hmm.
Means we have to give absolute path, huh?
But it is saying no such file or directory. Bash 32 is available. Okay, it has been deleted. Okay, so previously, my mistake. So what we have done, so RM, that is removing a file, that is perfectly fine. But RM, and if you want to delete the files and directories, RM hyphen R, that is deleting files and directories recursively. Say RM hyphen R to delete files and directories recursively. Okay, so what we are having over here, we are having, let me say, create mkdir bash 32. So we are having a directory bash 32. Now bash 32, if I'm going to say remove this particular directory, then we are having a particular command rmdir, 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 that is used to delete empty directory. Okay, so if I'm going to say mention rmdir and bash 32, okay, it is going to delete this particular directory. And if I'm going to list, we are not able to see bash 32. Over here bash 21 is there, bash 32 is deleted. It has been deleted. Now if I'm going to say create a directory bash 32, and over here in this particular directory, say cat home cloudera and bash 32, and in this what I'm going to say mention file1.txt. I'm mentioning the absolute path. So cat command, and I'm going to say create a file.txt in this particular directory. Just a minute. Okay, so over here what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a file1.txt. And let me bash 32 home cloudera bash 32.
Cloudera spelling is not correct.
Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so it will ask some content. Say it is testing mode. Okay, control C, and file1.txt has been created. Let me say go to the bash 32 and print the ls command. So file1.txt is available. Now batch 32 directory is having a particular file. Now rmdir command will not work. What I mentioned, rmdir command is used to delete empty directory, but bash 32 is having one file at this moment. Let me mention rmdir command, rmdir and bash 32. Okay, so it will say failed to remove directory not empty. Directory is having certain content. Now if you want to delete a directory which is having some files or directories in it, then what is the command? We are having rm-r. rm-r is the command which is used to delete a particular directory recursively. What is the meaning of this? It might be possible this particular directory, say batch 32, we are having batch 32. Batch 32 is a directory. What I have done, I have created a directory in batch 32. Say, let me create some directories. Say, mkdir, and where I'm going to create home cloudera batch 32, and inside batch 32 I'm going to create uh, say date and say 10th Feb. This is the directory what I'm going to create. Date 10th Feb. So that particular directory has been created. Let me just try to check the content. Batch 32 and ls. So it is having date 10 Feb. So this is nothing but a directory and file1.txt. So it might be possible a particular directory can have directories and file. So in this particular case, this particular command rmdir will not work. For that particular stuff, what we are having rm-r. That is going to delete a particular directory recursively. What is the meaning of that? If this particular file is having directories or files, then it is going to delete those particular directories and files. This particular command. So rm-r, and what we just need to give, we just need to give the absolute path. So home cloudera and then batch 32. Batch 32. Okay, so descend into the directory, say yes. Okay, remove the regular files, say yes. Remove the files, say yes. Yes. Okay, so it is going to ask like say directory files and directories inside the directories, and inside the directories if files are there, it is going to remove each and everything. So you just need to mention the absolute path. Previously we have not mentioned the absolute path. We were just trying, we were mentioning rf-r and then directory name. So it was not able to delete. So just have a look.
Ashok, question being asked for every file. If any directory is having, you
Yeah,
can
yeah,
say
it will
more than
ask.
100
It will
files,
ask. It will ask. It will ask.
then we have to press 100 times yes, if 100 files are there.
Uh, with respect to the directories, it will ask.
No, it is asking for the files as well, no?
Yes, 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 yes. Definitely, it
Isn't
will ask.
isn't there any way to exclude these questions?
Yes, yes, there
Because
are multiple ways.
right now, okay, if we have one or two or three files, then it's okay. But if we have more than 100 files, then we have to enter yes 100 times.
Okay, so hyphen r, just let me try to remove with hyphen r, small r. Just a minute. Okay, so we are having one option. I have not tried yet. Let me check. That is, I think forcing. Let me create one directory. Say, uh, hmm, mkdir. Say batch 32. I'm going to create this particular directory. Cat. Say file one dot txt. Okay. Hello.
I think RF we can use forcefully.
Forcefully hyphen f is there. Let me check
Yes,
that.
yes.
cd batch 32 ls. So file has been it has not it is not created. Cat say file one dot txt. Hello ls cat file 2 dot txt. So two files are there, and then mkdir. Uh, okay, two files, one directory is there. So what I'm having rm hyphen f and home cloudera and batch 32.
I think hyphen RF we have to use.
Mm-hmm. Hyphen rm, rm hyphen rm.
RF, yes, RF. RM hyphen RF.
Okay, just a minute.
Yes, without prompt
Yeah,
is
it has done.
yes,
Yes. So hyphen f, that is forcefully, and r for recursively.
yes, yes.
Okay, so that is like, and another stuff what we are having GUI as well. So what we are having home cloudera batch 32. Let me create this. Okay, batch 32 is there. Now inside my computer file system, home cloudera, and we are having batch 32. With this GUI as well, you can select and delete the right. So let me show you batch 32 is there. It is having text file. Let me copy and delete. Simple, right? So with the GUI as well, we can proceed. That is not recommended because like from the programmer or developer stuff, we just need to follow the Linux. That will be good for the learning journey. Yeah. Initially, we need to focus towards learning more and more commands. So hyphen rf, that is for deleting the directories and file recursively with forcefully deletion. Although like we are going to use like small number of commands, say probably we are going to leverage cat command, and from the data engineer perspective, like rm command, we are not utilizing rm commands. Rm command will be utilized, say we just need to update certain jar files. You will be able to see for the functionality of the modules. uh, just have a look over here. Say we are having this particular coding framework. Over here we are having Eclipse. Eclipse is utilized in order to do the coding in Java. Okay, if you want to code Java, then this is the IDE for that. So this particular IDE will work for you when you are going to put the jars inside this particular IDE, that is integrated development environment. So at that moment, like we need to put the jar, those particular jars will be utilized in order to interact with your Hadoop, and in order to have the interaction between Hadoop and this particular idea. So it might be possibly your system is having older jar, then you need to update those particular jars. At that moment you need to remove. Probably from the data engineering perspective, these particular files, very rare requirement will be there in order to delete the text files, because we just need to keep the data, we just need to keep and update the data, and like this particular data will be utilized by the different team members. If they don't want, then they will align us, they will tell us that this particular data is not required, we just need to dump it somewhere. So we are going to put it in certain another location, like we are not going to delete that particular data as well. Okay, so deletion is rarely required.
Okay,
Now moving
Ashok,
further. Mhm.
as you have mentioned that we have to use Java for the communication between the different components of Hadoop ecosystem.
Okay, so what is the thing over here? This particular Hadoop, that is written in Java. Okay, this particular tool is written in Java, and in order to understand the functionality, we will be going through one or two programs. Okay, that will be utilized in order to have the understanding about this particular framework. Although like Java is not recommended for our learning journey, we will be learning Python. Okay, we will be learning SQL and HQL basically. So that we are going to learn. Java is not the mandatory stuff for us. If you are having the knowledge of Java, then that is recommended. So let me mention. So what we are having from the big data perspective. So we are having four languages: Java, Scala, uh, Python, and R. Okay, so R and Python, these are the languages like data scientists are being utilized these particular languages. Now, why I'm telling, because the Spark is having four different APIs, and our main focus is to have the understanding, good understanding about Spark. The journey will look like this. Say Hadoop is there. Hadoop, inside Hadoop, what we are having? We are having MapReduce, and MapReduce is having certain issues. Then we will be having say Spark. So we are going through with Hadoop. Okay, Hadoop is written in Java, and we need to understand the functionality of MapReduce. So MapReduce, that is mapper plus reducer, in the previous session we have seen. So in order to understand this particular concept, we are going through with 2 to 3 programs of Java is not mandatory. So so we will have the understanding about MapReduce. Now MapReduce is utilized uh, by only 2 to 3% organizations, because like it is having the latency related issues, uh, and in order to remove the latency related issues, what we are having Spark, because over here the execution is done in memory. Let me reiterate it once again. So Hadoop, we are going through with Hadoop, that is written in Java, and inside the Hadoop, processing is happening with MapReduce. So that is mapper and reducer. So to get the understanding about this whole concept, we will be going through with 2 to 3 Java programs. That will be more than enough. Then we will see like MapReduce is having latency related crunch, and nowadays Spark is very famous, because over here uh, the execution is being happening inside the memory. Over here, the execution is happening on disk. So the movement of data will take more time once we are transferring data from disk to memory and memory to disk. So it is time taking process. So we are having Spark that is almost 100 times faster than MapReduce. So in order to learn Spark, we are having four languages. We can go with Java, Scala, Python, and R. So we will be like Python is the easy stuff. So we will be moving with learning Python is a easy exercise, so we will be moving with Python. Okay, however, if someone is having understanding of Java or Scala, then that is good, and inside the industry, if like person is having the knowledge of all three languages, then he will be the master, so Python, with Python as well or itself, we will be able to code, and we will be able to do the optimization on top of our data. We just need to leverage the the functionality of Spark, and with the help of Python, we will be able to have it. Although like Scala is having certain advantages over Python because Spark itself written in Scala. Okay, so whatever the advancement that is coming, that will first come in Scala, and then it will go to the another language, say Python, Java, or R. And from the data engineering perspective, we can move with any of these three languages, Java, Scala, and Python. Or that is mandatory or recommended for the data scientist. Now, from the data engineering perspective, we can go with Java, Scala, and Python. So we will be going with Python, and that is easy to learn. And once you are having the command on Python, then you can move with Scala or Java, whatever is required. But only Python is mandatory. Inside Python, we will be learning SQL related stuff because Spark is having another API that is SQL. So we will be learning SQL as well. So this will be the stuff that that is required from the coding perspective. Right? Hope it is making sense.
Yes. Okay,
It
Ashok,
is
this R is the advanced language. I mean, it
no,
will be
no, no,
used
no,
by.
no. R is like languages are meant for the special purpose. Okay, so if data science related stuff is there, your use cases are there with respect to the data science. Like you need to apply machine learning algorithm, data cleaning, and all those particular things. Then Python and R, those particular languages are preferred for that particular operation. And people like sometimes they will go with Python, and sometimes they will go with the combination of both of these two languages. Or sometime they will only go with R programming language. Depends upon organization to organization, per person to person, and the the framework they are going to build. Okay, so these particular things are designed by the data architect, like say from the storage perspective, which tool we are going to have, from the processing perspective, which tool we want to have, and from the processing, say if we have opted Spark, then our we are having maximum manpower of the Python person, then we are going to leverage Python. If like we are having the end requirement that customer wants to have the coding in Scala, then the data architect or the application architect need to build the team who are having the knowledge about Scala. So that is depending based upon requirement, right? Right, Pankaj and all.
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay, it depends. But with the help of Python, we will be able to take the benefit of Spark. Our main motto is to learn Spark in a detailed way, in more extensive way. Okay, and in order to complete this particular learning journey, we are going through with all of these. Like we will be going through with Hadoop, with MapReduce inside Hadoop, we are having certain components, say Hive and all, HBase and all. Okay, so in order to complete this particular learning journey, we are going through with multiple components, because like learning Spark from from very first day, that will not make any sense. You will not be having the understanding from where Spark came. What are the limitations of previous framework? So until unless you are not having the idea of basics, you will not be able to grab Spark. Our main motto is to have the understanding, and our journey will uh, will be centered towards the Spark only. Yeah. Let me show you. Uh, hmm. So just have a look over here, the course content. So big data SDFS command along with Linux. These particular things are there because we need to learn Hadoop. So Linux command we have started with Linux. Distributed processing with PySpark. Then PySpark will be started. Scoop and Hive is there. Then Azure Data Factory, Databricks. Azure Databricks, that is a flavor or managed services from the Azure, and Databricks for for the Spark coding. Azure Data Factory, that is like a warehouse related stuff where we are going to run our application. Then Spark streaming, Kafka for the ingestion perspective. So each and everything will be with respect to processing and storage, and inside the market, Spark is utilized heavily. So all of these particular modules are centered towards the Spark journey only. Okay, so we are going to focus on to Spark, and in order to have the mastery in Spark, we are going through with all of the basics which will be required. Fine so far?
Yes, yes, Ashok.
Yes, Ashok, fine.
Anybody else having any doubt?
Yeah, fine.
Okay. Now, hmm, just a minute. Okay, so we have gone through with remove files and directories. RM command is there. RMDIR, that is utilized in order to delete the empty directory. Cat, that is for creation of a particular empty file and insert the content and append the content of a particular file. Okay, moving further, like if you want to copy the content of a particular file, so we are having two commands. Copy the content. Copy the content of a file. So we are having two commands, cp and mv. Okay, cp and mv. So cp and mv, both of these particular commands are utilized in order to copy a file from source to directory. Source to target, sorry, source to target. So the command for this particular file, what it will be, okay, cp, the syntax, what it will be, syntax, the syntax for both of these two commands are same. Cp, then source path, source path, okay, and the target path. source path and target path. So what we are having over here, say batch 32 is there, and cd batch 32, and it is not having anything. Let me create one file, say cat and file 1.txt. Hello, how are you? This is the content of this particular file. Control C, ls. This is the file 1.txt is available over here, and uh, we are having batch 21. Okay, ls say from cloudera batch 21. Okay, part Emma. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy file1.txt from batch 32 batch 21 cp, and what I'm having over here, home cloudera. This is the path, say batch 32. Okay, and file1.txt, and I'm going to move this particular file over here.
File 1.
Okay, thanks.
File 1.txt.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, the execution has been done, and let me try to check the content of batch 21. What we are having over here, the file1.txt is available. It is able to like copy the content, copy the file from batch 32 to batch 21. Let me check what is available in batch 32 as well. Okay, so inside the batch 32 as well, we are having file. So what I mentioned over here, cp command, this command, cp, this command is performing copy and paste. Copy and paste. If we are having, if we are going to use mv command, that will be cut and paste. Let me create another directory, say mk, or let me try to see the directories. Say big data batch code 21, and let me check the content of this home cloudera, and content, I'm just going to check the content of big data batch code 1. Uh, mhm. Okay, it is having nothing. Nothing is there in this particular directory. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move the file from copy, and I just want to move it to this particular path. Okay, sorry, let me copy this, and it is also having the same syntax, source path and target path, mv. This will be cut and paste, and uh, hmm, copy, and I'm going to mention it over here. Okay. So MV home cloudera bash 32 file1.txt and home cloudera bash 21, not 21. Inside big data batch 21 batch code 21, I'm going to move the file in this particular directory. So let me copy this command and paste it over here inside the terminal. Here, and I have pasted this particular command. Permission denied. So let me, okay, so let me check what is there inside the batch code 21 cd and big data batch code 21 and ls. So file1.txt is available over here. I have moved the file from this particular path. So let me check what is available inside the batch 32. Clear cd and cd batch 32 ls. So it has moved the file. So what is happening over here? The mv command, that will be, it will be cut and paste. It will be cut and paste. And paste them. So what it has done, it has uh, cut the file from this particular path and pasted it onto this particular path. You might be worried, like in the previous execution, it was showing say permission denied. So sudo is a command, like what it will have, it will be having the rights in order to move the file. So if a particular command is having permission related issues, then you can prefix it with sudo and then you can try, probably it will be able to have the execution. If still with sudo you are not able to do the execution, then you need to proceed for the changing mode and all. Ch mode command will be utilized over there. Okay, so what I mentioned, CP and MV command, both of these two commands are utilized in order to copy the content of a particular file from a particular directory to the target directory. So CP, that is copy and paste. MV, that is a cut and paste. So CP command and MV command is there. Just have a look and ask if you are having any doubt. All of you, just have a look and ask the doubts if you are having any. Anything?
So one query.
Mm-hmm.
So do we implement the sudo command in real, like in real production? Because what I have seen, they are having some batch related permission predefined, and on that basis only you will be able to read or write.
No,
So
no,
do
no,
we
no.
perform the sudo command in real?
Actually, what is happening, you need to update these particular things. Probably like certain files are requiring admin permissions, or some files are not having executions permission. Like you will not be able to, like you can take an example, like we are having certain shell scripts, and once we are putting the shell scripts in order to execute, then those particular shell scripts are requiring admin permissions, or we need to have the change permissions. So at that moment, if like you are not having permissions on those particular files, it will not be able to run, and you will the entire pipeline will not work. So what you need to do, you need to change the permissions. You need to define these particular permissions uh, in your Jenkins pipelines, and over there you will be having dependencies, and then there will not be any need to mention the sudo command, right? You need to define the permission inside the repo, git repos basically. Are you able to correlate?
So last point I didn't get, like git wrap. What is it?
Basically what is happening, let me so say what we are having certain piece of code, and this particular piece of code is having certain dependencies, okay. So both of these particular and say dev one, developer one basically, okay. Developer one, in the same fashion we are having say developer 2 and developer 3, okay. So all of these particular developers are working on a particular product, and what they are having certain branch, a branch one, or branch say name with name developer one, dev one, branch 2 with respect to say dev 2, and branch with respect to say dev 3, developer 3, okay. So what I mentioned, these particular developers are working on a particular product or project, and they are working on a particular branch, they need to commit their code, commit code and push code basically, commit and push, commit and push, commit and push, commit and push, okay. And what we are having a master branch, that is a particular repo, repository, code repository, code repo. So developer one is going to push uh, and the code, commit and push the code into dev one branch, dev one, and in the same fashion like developer 2 is going to push the code on dev 2 branch, and the developer 3 is going to push the code into the dev 3 branch, and these like branches are the part of master branch, so dev 1, dev 2 and dev 3, these are the part of our git repo master branch. Now over here, like with respect to the developer 1, it is having certain code and dependencies. So these particular dependencies are nothing, say certain files, okay. These are certain files. So these particular files need to be pushed inside this particular branch. Now we will be having the code and branch over here in dev branch. In the same fashion, code and dependencies for each and every developer, now what is happening, say for developer one we are having code and dependency, and uh, code and dependencies, and this particular code is requiring certain running permission, this particular code is requiring certain running permission. So what we are having certain environment variables as well, we are having certain commands. With the help of that we will be able to change the permission of each and every file, so once this particular project is running, then it is going to like target the master branch, then dev 1, dev 2, each and everything will run in a sequence, and based upon the code which is parked over here, based upon the dependencies which are parked over here, then a project is built and the execution is being done. So we just need to define the permissions over here, okay. There is no need to like it might be possible over here you are mentioning sudo, but at like at the master branch side, or like another person, say developer 2, who is requiring your input, is not mentioning sudo, then like this particular pipeline will not work. You will be having the rights related crunch or issue. So what is the preferred practice? Like the files permissions are being defined inside the branch only, inside the repo only, so that while execution the issue will not come. Are you able to correlate?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Understood.
Okay, so it is not recommended to mention sudo and all. Okay, better way or the correct way or the preferred way, what it will be, you just need to provide the permissions to each and every file which is being required. It might be possible, uh, you take it in another way. Like say this particular code is given to another person, or like some of the persons are just having the view rights, they will not be having the change permissions or execution permissions. Okay, and if they are able to run it with just prefixing the sudo, then what is the meaning of providing rights, right? So we are going to provide the rights to the users based upon the user name, based upon the files and directories. Okay, in this particular way, we are segregating the users, right? Fine so far, huh?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Suraj. Fine. Yes.
Okay, so what we are doing, we are just going to provide the credentials to the files whenever it is built. Build build over here, build, it means like we are building the project, building the projects. So this is nothing but a Jenkins pipelines. We will be learning this particular stuff. I'm working on a project. So where you will be going to utilize these particular things. Okay. And then you will be able to see different branch, master, repo and all. So probably like who have started their learning journey, this particular thing will not come in their mind. These are the certain things. Once we will be we will be once we will be covering all of these particular things, after that it will come, and then we will be going to have the understanding about these particular things. Okay, we are going to
Actually, actually, Ashok, that's what I want to say, that all these things are just going above my head.
okay, we are having focus to learn how to code, and now this is like how to deploy a code. Okay, this is with respect to the deployment. And what I think Swati was asking, say if we are having a particular file, so you just try to think logically. Say this particular code file, I just want to run this particular code file, and by prefixing the sudo I'm able to run it. Anybody just able to, like with the help of uh, sudo, he will be able to run it. But I'm going to align some credentials or some permissions to the users, that this particular person will be able to run this, or this particular person will not be able to run this. So we are going to align or assign the properties to this particular file, so that the person like who is having the rights will be able to execute this. And other persons or like who are not having the permissions will not be able to have the execution. We are appending or amending the permissions within the code file itself. Okay. Although like another way, you just change the permission if you are having the rights while executing the code, you can change the permission and then you will be able to run it. So recently, like in my project, what was happening? I was having one script, say run spark.sh. This was the script. So this particular script requires the admin permission. If I'm just like executing this, it is showing say you are not having permission. Okay. So what we have done inside the repository itself, code repo, we have added the permission for this particular file, and then we were able to have the execution of this particular code. Script files will be running just by mentioning in this particular way. If you are mentioning this, you will be able to run the shell scripts files. Okay, these particular things will come in future. No need to worry. Okay, so we are going through with the text processing. Linux command, text processing. So with respect to the text processing, say cat command is there that we have covered. So cat command is there and grep command is there. So if you want to process with respect to the text or content of a particular file, then cat and grep command is there. So so say what we are having in this particular file. So we are having a file. Say I'm going to create a file over here, cat and file one.txt or two.txt. One is one, it has been created multiple time. So I'm going to create a file two.txt. Hello, how are you? Welcome to big data world. Hello, big data. Okay, control C. This is the content of this particular file. Say ls or cat, say file two.txt. It will display the entire content. But if I want like specific content from this particular file, I just want to have certain desired content with respect to a particular word. So I just need to mention the pattern and the the target from where I just want to have that particular content. So grab and then the pattern and say file to txt. Say file name. This is the syntax for this particular command. Syntax. Grab pattern. Say I just want to list the word, list the lines which are having hello, or let me say big data. So grab and say grab and say big data. I just want to display the lines which are having big data and file name, that is file 2.txt. Just have a look, and I'm just mentioning over here grep. Okay, so welcome to big data world and big data. So it has not displayed hello, how are you, and hello. That particular content or line has been removed. It is going to say, you can say it has done a kind of filtration. Okay, so we are able to get the data uh, with respect to the pattern what we have mentioned. You can check it with say hello. I just want to display the lines which are having hello. So hello, how are you? And hello, that is the content of this of with respect to that is the content with respect to the lines which are having hello, okay, from the file to .txt. Yeah. Say I just want to have how, okay, so how is available in the first line itself. So it is required sometimes, like we are going through with certain files or configuration files, and from the configuration files we just want to list uh, some data, like we just want to list certain properties with just with respect to the properties only. I want to have a specific parameter. So you just utilize the grep command over there, and you will be having the content or information with with respect to that particular configuration or parameter what you are looking for. So grep command can be utilized, and what I mentioned it as the text processing command. So these two commands are fine from the data engineering perspective, although like we are having a lot of commands, but I think these two commands are fine for for the for the data engineers. Then we are having certain commands with respect to say system information. System information commands. So system information command, say uname. Uname is there. That is going to print the system information, like uh, the system name, kernel version, and architecture. That is providing system information. System information like system name, kernel version, and architecture. Okay, just have a look.
Is information correct? System information.
Sorry, my mistake. Thank you. So okay, so uname, what I mentioned, uname. So username is Linux. Uname hyphen a is there. So it is going to say Linux quick start and date and all. So certain system information it is going to list. And what I mentioned, this is nothing but system information command. Uh, and what we are having, although like these commands are having very less usage, but sometimes we just need to utilize in order to get the system information. Say df df, and df command is display is going to list the size, disk space, and on the file system. Say df. Okay, so with respect to the shared folder, no such file system, tmps dev sda shared folder. So it is going to list the information about disk space usage on a file system. We are having certain flavors, hyphen h. So it is going to provide the information in human readable format. We are not able to get the details about this, but this is nothing but 55 gigabyte, then tmps tmpfs, temporary file system 5.7g, devel sda1, that is having for 77 uh, megabytes, share folder that is having for 46 gigabits, and it is having say 410 free, 46 is uh, used 417g, and available is 46 gigabytes. So it is going to provide the information about the file system on a particular disk. Df hyphen h, df hyphen h in human readable format. Let me mention df provide information about disk space usage. Okay, provide disk information in human readable format. Okay. Then we are having free hyphen h, free and free hyphen h. That is hyphen h human readable format, and free, that is providing the memory. Free shows the memory usage and space in information, available space in the system. Free, free. So total is this one, used is this one, and free is this one. So it is going to provide the memory related information or storage related information. If we are willing to have it in uh, human readable format, so this is in human readable format. So total is 11 G. Just have a look, 11 G, from where this particular 11 G came. Inside the this particular file system, I have defined say 12,000 megabytes. So if I'm going to convert it in gigabytes, it will be around in 11 something, because 1024 megabytes will uh, are equal to 101 GB. So probably it will be 11 GB, and with respect to the 11 GB, it is going to provide me the information. This is the used one, this is the free one, this is the shared one, and this is for buffer one, and this is for the cache one. Okay, so it is providing the memory related information from my system. Provide memory information. Now you need to tell me what is the difference between free and df command. You just need to tell me what is the difference between free and df command. It is mentioned in front of you. You
Memory,
just
mm, DF for hard disk, your disk space, and free is for your RAM, memory information.
Memories RAM
hmm,
related command.
yes, df is for disk
Okay.
or storage. Sometimes we used to say storage and disk both are same, and memory, RAM, both are same. So this is for memory, this is for disk. We will be utilizing once I'm say talking about memory, then definitely it will be RAM. Once I'm saying say storage, that will be disk or hard disk basically. Or storage, that will be equal to disk. Then we are having a special command that is top. Okay, it is going to list the processes inside my system. Top processes in my system. Say this is process ID 78568246878286. This is nothing but the process IDs. And this is something like with respect to the CPU, these particular process are utilizing. This is the amount of memory these particular processes are utilizing. So sometimes like we are not getting the response, the command is stuck, and then the system is not behaving. Like you can say you have done the execution of a spark command, and from the long duration you are not able to get the outcome. At that moment you just need to run the top command, and you will be able to get the insight like where is the crunch. Is it like the memory related issue, or is it the CPU related issue? So if you are able to get the details, then you will be able to like say if you want to kill that particular process, then you need to kill that. So you can take actions and you will be having the information, huh? Right?
Like Task Manager in Windows.
Yes, 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 yes.
Mm.
So if you want to kill a particular process, then what you just need to do top, that is to display the running processes in system. And if you need to kill a process, then simple command kill and PID, process ID, syntax, but it will be kill and process ID. Okay, so say I just want to kill this particular process 82546. So what I need to mention, kill 8246. I think 8246. This is the process ID. Okay, so it will be killed and I will come out. So I have not started any process. So these are the system defined process only. Once we will be running heavy processes, then I will show you like how to kill a particular process. But the syntax is quite simple: kill and then process ID. Then you will be able to kill this. Okay, so these are nothing but certain commands, system commands. Okay, with the help of these particular commands, we are able to get the system information. What we can say, system information command, or system commands basically. These are fine, I think, with respect to the system commands. Then what we are having certain commands with respect to the users. So what we can say, user management command. User management command. Okay. So with respect to the user management command, the very simple and very first command that we use to type, who. So it is going to provide the information like who is currently logged in. So let me mention who. Okay, so these are the users like who has been logged in now. So who, tty1, pts0, pts2. So this is the information. So Cloudera is the user who has logged in now. So it is going to provide me the information about the currently logged in users. Who it is providing information about currently logged in users. Okay. Who, then a user add, if you want to add the user, so user add, and you can give the username basically, username say abc, and say if you want to give the password, change the password, pass wd. uh, User add a new user, allows user to change the password and user del to delete the user. Simple commands. These are admin related commands. Okay, like if actually what is happening, these are from the admin perspective. Okay, like, and you will be a user who will be working onto the Hadoop, and you are not going to add yourself in the actual working environment. You will be given a name that this is your username, and with this particular username you will be able to log into the Hadoop cluster. So admin guys are going to perform these particular activities, but if required, like, you will be able to do these particular things. Say user add, okay, and say batch, say 32, permission. Okay, so the user has been added. Now say user delete, sudo user delete, say batch 32. Okay, so it is going to delete that particular user. So with the help of these particular commands, like, you will be able to add the user, and you will be able to delete the user. Okay, network management command. Okay, it might be possible, like, you need to check, like, are you getting a ping from a particular IP? What is the IP of your machine? Okay, these particular things are required in order to perform certain operations. So if you want to check the IP configurations of your machine, so ifconfig is a command which is going to display the IP related information. It provides the information like IP address, MAC address. Okay, let me try to execute this particular command. Ifconfig. So over here, like, what we are able to get, we are able to get the IP configuration, say internet address 10.0.2.15. This is the internet address, this is the broadcast address, this is the mask. Okay, and machine. So these are, like, say hardware, HWD address, this is the MAC address. So these particular details are available once you are going to write this particular IP. Sometimes, like, once you are going to do the execution of Spark, or then you need to mention the master IP. So if you are running onto this particular machine, then this is the IP of this particular machine, and master is nothing but your machine IP. Okay, so you can mention this particular IP with a specific port. So at that moment you will be able to run those particular command. So ifconfig, or like, if you need to perform certain ping test and all, let me mention, say ping google.com, google.com. Okay, So it is going to it is pinging to the google.com, and like it is getting the response as well from the google.com. So ping is nothing but with the help of this, like we are able to get the information about a particular site. This is ping. Ifconfig, this is going to provide the IP address and MAC address of a particular machine. Ping uh, provides information about connectivity. Yeah, connectivity. Like, are you getting response from a particular website or not, or IP or not? So you just need to mention ping and then the domain name or domain name server name. Okay, domain server IP basically. Server IP or server name you can mention, and if you're getting the response, then that is fine, you are having the connectivity. Or you just need to proceed with the troubleshooting. You just need to like have the connect you need to discuss it with the the IT team, and they will look into that. Nowadays, what is happening, like we are having certain proxies, or we are having certain security uh, firewalls which are installed in the organization, and because of those particular firewalls, you will not be able to access external websites. And if like such type of issues are there, then you need to include that particular IP, and and at that moment you will be able to get. I have observed one issue. Okay, so inside the Spark, okay, over here, Spark is having its UI, that is user interface, where we will be able to see each and every application running and its task running. Let me show you something. Okay, so this is an example of Spark UI. Yeah, just have a look over here. Okay. This is, let me show you. Okay, so if you are able to see onto the Spark UI, you will be able to see, say, we are having job one, this particular job is having these particular job ID. Okay, what is the state? It is executed successfully or not. These particular details are available onto the Spark UI. Okay, now for this particular UI, there will be a IP. It will be by default running on port 4040. Let me show you. Mhm. Okay, so at this moment nothing is running. We are not able to get anything. But say over here, like one IP is there for my system, like Big Data Factory is the name. Okay, so say certain IP is there, or local host 4040 or Big Data Factory 4040. This is the port number. So over here, the Spark UI will run. If your firewalls and your organization firewalls uh, are blocking this particular IP, then you will not be able to access Spark UI. What you need to do, you need to include this particular IP, like say this is the secure one, and it is required for the functionality perspective. Then you will be able to access. So certain things are there. Once we will be going through with EMR, then we will see, say we just need to provide these particular IPs, and we need to include these particular IPs in the safer side, and then we will be able to access the Spark UI related stuff. It is an example. Say like once you are accessing Spark UI, there might be certain challenges. So ping, in order to check the connectivity, like you just need to check the connectivity with your port number and the IP. And if you are getting the response, then it's fine. Otherwise, you need to connect with the IT team. Then we are having another command, say netstat. Okay, it is providing the information about active network connections. Information about active network connections, routing tables, and interface. Okay, just have a look. Okay, so it is providing the information. Although like this particular command will be less utilized by us, but like you will be able to get the information about uh, the network connections, routing tables, and all with the help of this particular command. So from the data engineering perspective, ifconfig ping, that is the command which we will be utilized heavily. Then this particular command, like top and kill process, we will be utilizing. And grab command and cat a little bit, but grab command we will be utilizing heavily. Then copy and paste, and like cp and mv command we utilize it a little bit. Okay, rmdir and rm command will utilize a little bit. And ls command, that will be utilized heavily. Ls, pwd, and cd. mkdir, once the project is configured, you are going to create a path. So at that moment these particular commands are being utilized. So these are the commands from the data engineer perspective what we have covered, and these are more than enough from the data engineering side. Okay, just have a look and ask if you are having, or if you are having any doubt onto these particular commands. What we have seen, different commands, different types of Linux command. Yes, please, someone was speaking.
Yeah, yeah. Can you please show me the example of the grep command once again? Sorry, I missed. I don't know.
RM command.
Grep.
Grab, okay, grab.
Yes.
So grab is nothing but in order to grab the content from a particular file. So ls, say we are having cd bash 32. Inside this we are having a file 2.txt. So if we are listing the content of file 2.txt, this is the complete content. Okay, welcome to big data world, hello big data. Okay, hello. Okay, so this is the content of this particular file. Now if I want the lines with respect to hello, or say if I am having a particular key, or if I'm having a particular user, and with respect to the user, I just want to have like the entries, how many entries are there with respect to a particular user, then I can grab that particular content, say grab, and I just need to mention the pattern. Just I want to have the hello, and then file 2.txt. Okay, so I will be able to get the lines which are having hello.
Got it, got it.
Okay. Okay, so what we can have, another, you can say, extension onto top of this, say word count hyphen L. Okay, so it is going to list me in 2 lines. I'm having hello, right? Say if I just want to check in how many lines we are having, how? So it is listing, say, 1 line. Inside 1 line only I'm having how, right? Let me check, say big, it is available in 2 lines, right? So with respect to from a particular file, it is nothing like a filtration related stuff, okay. If I'm not mentioning, say, word count hyphen line, wc hyphen l, so it will display the entire content. If I want to apply the count, then I can have the count as well, fine so far.
Yeah, so thanks.
Perfect, perfect.
Ashok, one more question. Hello.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Uh,
Pankaj.
yeah, can we use grep for multiple text files in a single folder? Like if I want to grab certain lines from a list of, you can say, files in a folder.
No, that will not work. You need to then join those particular files, okay, and that will not make any sense as well, if you are combining, if you are checking from the multiple files in one go, that will not make any sense. You will not be able to find the content. This is with respect to this particular file. This is with respect to this particular file.
Actually, it is very helpful in processing our dumps. Na? Like if I have a kget dump for number of nodes, and I just want to grab VSWR for each node, so I can use grab command to filter out the VSWR for all the nodes.
Say if you want to but okay, so if that can be done. What I'm thinking in this particular way, say you are having file 1, file 2. Okay, let me try to think in this particular way. File 1, file 2. Say you are having BSC logs, BSC logs or RNC logs. Let me upgrade the technology RNC. RNC logs. So file 1, file 2, file 3. File 3. So you can mention those particular files in this particular way. Say you are in batch 32. Batch 32 is having file 1, file 2, file 3. Okay. And over here you can mention by, say, file 1.txt space file 3.txt, in this particular way. Let me try to proceed with example, say cat file 2.txt, cat file 1.txt, and hello. how how file one is file one is there. Huh? Now file three is there. Huh? Say data big data big data. Okay. Okay. Now we are going to mention file 2, file 1.txt and file 3.txt. Yeah. Okay. It's working, right? Pankaj?
Okay, it is giving the count.
Yes. So,
Okay.
or if you don't want the count, you just have,
Yes.
okay, file 2 is
And
having welcome to,
one more thing, Ashok, if instead of putting all these txt files, if we put the directory, then also it will do.
huh?
Can we check?
You just
Can
need
we check?
to, mention,
No.
let me come
Instead of
out.
this text file, if we mention like batch 32,
Okay. So you just need to mention the absolute path, huh?
yes.
That will work, huh?
No. Instead of this txt name, na txt
Okay.
file, if we put only till batch 32,
I think if we can go with
Just
directory.
a minute. No. Inside directory, cd batch 32, unless these particular files are there. Let me mention grep. Uh, huh. Then I'm mentioning star.txt. That is working. Inside this
yes.
particular directory, it is going to take all the text file.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, it's fine.
So so with respect to like what I have done in past, I was able to recall. We were doing this particular. It is making sense. From the software domain perspective, like I was thinking in different way, but from the telecom perspective, it is making sense. Like you will be able to utilize.
Yes. Yes.
Multiple RNCs are having same kind of logs. Okay.
Yes.
Uh, and we just need to get the details, so although like another stuff what I was trying to like highlight, say if you are going to mention the absolute path of the files, say file 1 is in different directory, file 2 is in different directory, file 3 is in different directory, so you just mention the absolute path over here, then also you will be able to get the details. It is not like you need to be present in one directory. Hmm?
Yes, but for that we
With
have to give
absolute path.
absolute path for each file.
Yes, for each file.
Yeah. Yes.
So that is fine.
Is
Hmm.
it is it possible to merge these files and then get the output?
Yeah, merging is also possible. Okay, but that is very, you can say, complicated stuff. Complicated stuff like over here. This is not a structured data. This data is not a structured.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
So, like how the merging will be done, so
Mhm.
concatenation and all, so those particular things. will come into the picture. We will be working on that particular stuff as well, like how to join the files, how to merge the files. Okay, so that we will cover, not an issue. But the main thing is that merging, like the symmetry. So if you want to maintain the symmetry, that will probably that will not be there, because merging, I think one after another that will come. And probably like if you are looking in order to join, then joining related stuff that we will be going to perform with the help of the SQL engines. So what we are going to do, on top of these particular files, we are going to create the tables, and those particular tables we are going to merge and join together in order to get the outcome. These are once the data is structured. Another way, what I can say, merging with the help of cat command itself, like we will be able to merge. Okay, so you just need to mention all of these particular files, and outcome probably that will not be in required symmetry. So we will be going through in detail. So you can do the merging, probably say cat and file 123 3.txt .txt .txt. These are the files, say what I'm having, and I'm going to append these particular files into, say, file 5.txt. With the help of this, probably merging will be done, but symmetry and all that will not the case if these are the structured files. Okay, issue, I will not sure like how the symmetry will be maintained, but the merging will be done. For the in order to maintain the symmetry, what we need to do, we need to create tables on top of these particular files. File 1.txt. So create tables onto these particular files, and then joining will be done. Joining tables, creating tables and joining tables. Creating tables and then joining tables. Okay, that will be done, and with the help of this we'll be able to maintain the symmetry, and it will be much faster way. Over here we will be able to perform the operations as well. Over here you will not be able to perform operations, right? You will not be able to perform operations. You will be able to get word count only. Like over here the data will be there. Once you are creating table onto top of these particular files, then data will be there in row and column format. Okay, sorry, data will be there in row and column format, and then joining tables and then perform operations. So that is done with the help of this particular process. Over here, this is fine with respect to unstructured data, cat and then merging. This is fine with respect to the unstructured data. But once the data is structured, then you need to proceed with this particular way. Okay, right? Let me try to check if it is working or not. cat file1.txt, file2.txt, file3.txt, fine, and file4.txt. Yeah.
First one is file one. Oh, no issue.
If you are having file4.txt and cat file4.txt. Yeah. So like we are able to get the merging. We are able to merge the content, but this is with respect to say unstructured data. Like once we will be having data in row and column format. Why I'm saying this? Because let me, so over here data is merged in a particular file. In file 5.txt data is merged, and it came one after another. So in say first file is this one, say second file is having this content, third file is having this content. Now what is there once we are having structured data, like say we are having employee id, employee name, and say employee salary. Okay, so file 1 is having this particular content, and say 1, let me mention hypothetically 2, and say 50. And we are having file 2 that is having say employee name first, name, id, employee id, and say salary. File 2 is having this particular content, and we are having say file 3, I mentioned 3, file 2 and file 3, and say it is having employee salary, employee id and all. Okay, say 90. Okay, so these particular files are having row and columns, and the data will be merged in this particular way. If we are performing the merging, it will come in this particular way. It will come in this particular way if you are performing the merging. Okay, okay, if you are merging, then it will say merged content. Okay, merged content. The merged content in this particular way. Suppose you have removed the header. Say you are not taking the header. Okay, so the content what it will be, it will look like. Say you have removed the first row. So or first record, it will come in this particular way. Now will you be able to perform any operation? You will not be able to perform any operation if you are having the data. Okay, suppose you are having the header information as well, then also you will not be able to get the outcome from this particular file, merged file. It will be tough to get the outcome. You will be able to get like say employee id is repeating how many times. Okay, but one is with respect to what? Like we will be having say employee id in this particular column, and one will be repeated multiple times. So with respect to the structured data, this will not make any sense. Are you able to understand? That's why like I have mentioned, merging of structured files is very tough once we are like working with Linux. With Linux, you will be able to get word count and all. Merging and all, that is not preferred over here. Right? Are you able to get the insight? All of you. Understanding the basic, that is mandatory. That is very necessary. Until unless you are not having the clarity about basics, you will not be able to get into the domain. Right? Gaurav, Pankaj, Swati, Rohit, Mukesh,
Yeah,
Vikas.
right. Yeah.
Okay. So once we are having structured data, the data in row, like in tabular format, although like we need to create the data, we need to create the tables onto top of this particular data, and then we will be performing the joining and all. Then we will be having a particular file, and over there we will be able to perform the operations. That will be fine. But over here, once we are merging in a particular file that will not make any sense, although like this particular work is required once you are creating raw data. What is happening in most of the organization, they are having very less data, and they have built the solution. Now they need to test their solution onto huge amount of data. So what those particular organizations are going to do, they're going to replicate the data. Okay, replicate the data, like one file is replicated multiple times, or the copies of single file is done multiple times in order to have the the one file that is having huge size, and then they are going to perform the test onto that particular big file. So with respect to the replication, this merging is file, but from the analysis perspective, merging with the Linux is not making any sense. You need to convert it into the tables, and then you need to join tables in order to have the analysis. That is uh, that is a typical process, like at very first day, because we just started our learning journey. But once we are going to like get the feel, once we are start learning, okay, then we will be able to perform those particular operations, and at that moment those particular operations will be the simple one, right? So these are the commands from the data engineer perspective. We just need to learn these particular command. One thing I forgot to explain. So once you are going to work with uh, Cloudera Quick Start VM, over here, like I can copy this particular command. Okay, copy, and I can paste it inside the notepad. So I can paste it in over here. But in your system, you will not be able to do this. You will not be able to copy something from the Windows machine and paste it inside the Linux, inside the Cloudera Quick Start VM environment. So you will not be able to do this because like you need to set certain properties over here. So inside the device, okay, uh, shared clipboard, okay, in your case it will be disabled, it will be disabled. So shared clipboard, you need to uh, click onto the bidirectional, and drag and drop, you need to set it to the bidirectional. Once you have done these particular settings, then you will be able to copy from your Windows environment and paste it onto the Linux. Okay, how to copy and paste, how to like share the files between both of these two environments, Windows one and Linux one, that we will cover in our next session. So to share the content of a particular text file which is available inside Windows, okay, or which you are copying from Windows, you will not be able to paste in Linux or Cloudera Quick Start VM. For this, you just need to click onto the device. You need to go onto the shared clipboard and make it bidirectional. In your case, it will be disabled, I think. And drag and drop, you need to set it to bidirectionals. Once you are done with these properties, then you will be able to copy from here and paste it onto the Windows environment, and from Windows to this Cloudera Quick Start VM environment. So that's all for the day, guys.